3 weeks. 3 weeks, I think. Going to how many cities? I've lost track. 10?
10 cities.
10 cities.
In 12 days.
10 cities, 12 days.
We're all going to be on one plane together.
Drink up. Crazy.
And what's going to be happening on the tour? What can fans expect?
We're going to get to go to locations. I believe we're going to be at Hot Topic stores.
Hot Topics
in each
is our partner.
locations. And yeah, just getting to sort of meet people and spread the word of Glee.
Details on Twitter?
Twitter, yeah.
Twitter,
yeah,
Glee, at Glee TV?
There's Glee TV.
And Glee, all over Twitter.
We will be Twittering every minute.
Glee on Fox.
Glee on Fox, thank you.
All right, I think we have some fan questions.
Hi, I just said, Michelle, you're wonderful and Spring Awakening.
Thank you.
Just like the music, how often you use it, because you could have easily just had the numbers and that's the only time you hear them sing, but you use it like in a musical, like on Broadway, where it shows their emotions too, and so, like, why did you choose it and how you all think about that?
We realized what we didn't want to do is have a show where people just broke out into song. I think that is a little alienating for people. So as we figured, as long as we ground the singing in a functional place, as long as they're rehearsing a song, or they're on stage alone, or singing alone with a guitar, you can then explore the inner life of the character. You can then see, like, well, they are on stage, but like when they're walking down the hallway, that's what they're feeling as well. So as long as we do that, you can kind of buy as an audience member a little bit more of a suspension of disbelief. But that was a very, very, very important part of this, to say, like, there are definite rules about, like, when the singing happens. And it's because you don't need to, because these kids have music in their lives all around. We were kind of blessed with a storyline, like a framework, where you didn't need to do that. People didn't have to just suddenly be like, oh, that song will also not be featured in the show. Anyway.
Hi.
I know. Hello.
I noticed that on the second episode, the romantic storyline advanced so far, and I wanted to know if there was any discussion whether not to do any filler episode or to stall the romantic plot.
Which one are you talking about?
Well, I noticed that the two main characters kissed already, and the two faculty members already started flirting. I thought that was great for a second episode.
There was a moment where we went in to pitch the show to the network, and Ryan started describing the first couple of episodes, and Kevin said, well, that's fantastic, that's a lot of story in a short period of time, and you're afraid you're going to burn through all of the story. And I said, I don't know how to do it any other way. And for those of you who are fans of shows like Nip Tuck, you know, they don't know how to do it any other way. And I think, hopefully, you guys enjoy it. You want to get on with the story.
It's more fun to write. You then never, if you have a good, Ryan's great about it, that if you have a good idea, and you'd be like, oh, that'd be great maybe 3 or 4 episodes down the road, you'd be like, no, we'll do it now. And then even if you end up, it makes it much more interesting as you go down the road. You're like, oh my God, we have so many more options, rather than kind of stalling for something, which is boring to write to, and I think sometimes can be boring as audience, that you're like, come on.
I think that's what's so great about Glee. It's not what you expect. You're not going to wait a whole season to see the two characters kiss on the lips. They take care of it right away.
It's like it's obvious it's going to happen.
Yeah, but I mean, what's so great about our writers is that there's so many amazing storylines, and what they do with those are not just traditional. They are so interesting and so detailed, and especially the storylines between Quinn, Finn, and Rachel, it just goes to a whole place that I don't even think you ever expect, and that's what makes it so interesting and different.
And it's amazing because sometimes I read the script and I'm like, oh no, they're writing themselves into a corner. And then it's amazing to read the next script and see how they get out of it and make it just so complex and so interesting. So it's very complex and interesting.
You guys are demanding, you know, you get a lot of different